And then you'll understand why. I believe the greatest thing that happened to this country is the election of Barack Hussein Obama.
Correct.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, so I didn't upset you.
No.
Good. That's the truth. Because before the gentleman's election, before Barack Hussein Obama got elected, we were a sleep nation.
We let him in.
We didn't just let him in, we let many things in. We let them take our Constitution down. Step all over it and throw it in the trash. And now we're finally awake, looking where is our Constitution, going through the trash, picking it up, and trying to hang it back in its rightful
Throw it
place.
in the paper shredder.
Yeah, we should not fall asleep again. It's our fault. It's our mistake. It's our bad, as the kids say. We are, without a doubt, the power, to answer your question, the power is in the people's hands. We must demand it on this side of the voting booths in order to get the people on that side, the right people elected, more people elected. If we hold a majority in the Senate, we can make a difference. We're what, 3 or 4 votes away from a majority in the Senate?
Yeah.
We could retire Harry Reid. How many would like to see that?
Yeah.
I'm absolutely with you. If we can send Harry Reid home, and the guy that walks behind him that carries his books, his name is Bob Menendez, if we can send him home tonight, we're off the right track. We're on the right path to a recovery in this nation. But the voters have to demand, insist, keep calling, keep emailing, keep faxing their elected officials, telling them we want term limits, we demand term limits. How many amendments have we had in the Constitution? Anybody know? 29 or 27? The answer is 27. 27 amendments. 7 of them were done in less than 1 year.
No, 10.
What?
10.
10 of them?
The first 10.
Well, no, I'm not counting not the Bill of Rights. They're not including the Bill of Rights. 7 were done in less than 1 year. Why? Because the people demanded them. So that's the answer really to your question, is the people must demand them. Yes, ma'am.
I see a bunch of problems that we have now, critical problems. One is regulations without legislation.
The EPA.
EPA, things that have been thrown into Obamacare.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with health care.
Yes.
All the other things that's been thrown in there, the thousands of pages that are in there, has nothing to do with health care. It has to do with everything else, with our bank accounts, with everything, card, you know, whatever you can, I mean, so basically they've been, regulating us through without legislation, and as far as our food, and as far as our property rights, what about in Agenda 21?
Right.
Are you going to be willing to try or help us get rid of these regulations, let's strip it out, when we get rid of the Obamacare, not just the health care part, but the whole kit and caboodle?
That's right.
And Agenda 21, that was signed in, and was just, it's taking our property rights away. I mean, there's so many things that are critical right now for freedoms.
No, without a right. You're absolutely right, without a doubt. The biggest problem is we're allowing laws that are not American laws to prevail over our own laws because we've been asleep for so long and we've allowed the elected officials to no longer really represent us, but represent everything and everyone else. The biggest problem is we need to insist, their laws, we need to insist on the strict adherence to the Constitution. And how do we insist on it? By our voting, making sure we vote for individuals that, not just someone we settle for, but someone we truly agree with. Someone we truly agree with, because we've been settling for so long. We've been voting for who the establishment told us this is the right guy. Why? Because he's waited long enough, now it's his turn. We've seen a lot of that. It's time now to vote our conscience. We have voted the party long enough. It can't be about the party. It can't be about all these pluralistic groups. We have to assimilate and be Americans. We have to look out for America because no one else seems to be doing it.
We want a public servant who will listen to the voices of the people, number one, and who will get in here and reverse everything that this fraudulent, no good doer did. All right, we want everything he's done reversed. And that in itself is good.
Yeah, I would have no problem with voting on a bill that would repeal the extension of regulations that have been passed in the last 3 years through many of the federal agencies.
And well, as a senator, you wouldn't be involved with executive orders, but that's presidential.
I have a problem with all those czars.
Fire all 32.
Yeah, czars gotta go. And I think, isn't that like a word that we got from the Russian Empire? The Bolshevik Revolution in the Russian?
But common czars would be a better word.
Yeah.
Common
Not in America. I don't understand where all this comes from. And they've been given power to circumvent legislation. And that's really the problem. And their goal was to not to legislate, but to regulate perhaps, to monitor, to keep, but they've become legislators, de facto legislators. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It has been my pleasure. Let me once again remind you to please sign the petition. If you agree with me, 80% is good enough. Ronald Reagan said, someone who agrees with you 80% is an 80% friend, not a 20% enemy. So if you agree with me at 80%, I appreciate you signing the petition, and any form of support you could offer, whether it's a check, or whether it's a house party, or whatever you could offer, I would truly appreciate it. Please write the check to the, leave it with Marilyn, and write it to Friends of Bader Qarmout. Friends of Bader Qarmout. I would appreciate your help in any way. Thank you so much.